It's day 5 aboard Star of the Seas, and today we're in St. Maarten. Let's talk a little bit about St. Maarten. If you didn't know, St. Maarten holds the world record for the highest number of beaches relative to its size. There are so many beaches on St. Maarten. St. Maarten also has the most nationalities per capita. They told us that beyond French, Dutch, and Caribbean influences, the island is home to over 100 nationalities from across the globe. And since the Treaty of Concordia in 1648, both the French and the Dutch have a side of St. Maarten. And there's an open border, you can just drive right between them. That makes St. Maarten the smallest landmass that's shared by two nations. One of the reasons why both the French and the Dutch have a claim to St. Maarten is because of salt. St. Maarten was known as the Island of Salt. And on an island tour, you can still see the remnants of the salt mills, which once dominated the island of St. Maarten. And of course, St. Maarten is known for what's called the Airport Beach, which is Maho Beach, where the planes fly right over your head while you're trying to relax in the water or on the sand. So let's get into our day on St. Maarten.
Before we got off the ship, we wanted to grab a quick breakfast, so we headed down to the Pearl Cafe to grab me a coffee and a couple breakfast sandwiches.
The breakfast sandwiches from the Pearl Cafe are pretty basic. They keep them in the case, and when you ask for one, they warm them up. We had bacon, egg, and cheese, sausage, egg, and cheese. They were decent. But overall, we love the Pearl Cafe. They usually have great food there. And for a quick breakfast on your way out, it's worth a shot. We're on a 7-night cruise aboard Star of the Seas, and today we're in St. Maarten in the Dutch West Indies. And today we have an excursion planned where we're going to Maho Beach, which is where the airplanes land at the airport, and we're also going to Orient Beach. It's a 2-beach day excursion that we booked through the Shore Excursions Group, which we have an affiliate link in our bio and our link tree if you're interested in more excursions than what the cruise line offers. This excursion was about $50 per person, so $100 total, and it gives us 2 beaches and basically transportation to and from those beaches back to the cruise port. And they pick us up right at the cruise port, so we don't really need to rent a taxi or any of that sort of stuff. Nicole, why did we pick this excursion?
Because you wanted to go to Airplane Beach.
Yes. So we've been to St. Maarten a few times, and we've pretty much only gone to the beach over here and haven't really ventured too far away from the main city that you dock at. So we wanted to try some new stuff, and one of the biggest touristy things to do in St. Maarten, you have to go to the airport beach and let the planes basically fly really close over your head. And I kind of wanted to do that. Orient Beach is just an additional beach that we get to go to. I guess 2 for 1 type of thing. We just arrived in St. Maarten. They just gave the all clear that we can get off the ship. So we're going to run downstairs, get on land, and then run over to the main shopping plaza here at the port so we can meet our tour so we can start our excursion. So we need to get going because we got to meet them in a couple minutes. So I'm Travis.
I'm Nicole.
Let's get wanderlust. So let's head out to St. Maarten. We're in the town of Philipsburg, which is the capital of the Dutch side. Now, we had an excursion from the Shore Excursions Group, which means they don't meet you at the ship. You have to go to like a rally point. And luckily, the rally point for this excursion is near the port. It's over by the shopping area right next to the port. But it's kind of hard to find. We had to ask for directions because we started walking a direction based on where the signs were telling us to go, and then we couldn't find it. So we walked the other direction, found somebody who worked for Amigo Tours, which is the company that we are trying to meet. And then he walked us all the way to where we needed to go. So we met with our driver, our tour guide, and some other guests who were doing the same tour as us to go to our 2 beaches, Orient Beach and Maho Beach.
Once it was time for the tour to get started, the driver had us load up into the van. It was a newer Mercedes van, very comfortable, good AC, so that's always a plus. And our driver had a ton of interesting facts. He is the one who actually told us about all of the old salt mills, the history of the island, the entire drive to Orient Beach. He had something to say about every part that we passed, and it was a very scenic drive as well. Once we got to the beach, he even gave us some really good tips of where to eat, where to get a lawn chair, where the restrooms were. And then we had about 2 hours to hang out at Orient Beach.
Orient Beach is on the French side of St. Maarten, and it's one of the longest and most well-known beaches on the island. Orient Beach is known for a couple things. One, it is a very long, very spaced out, white sand, amazing looking beach that is very relaxing. The other thing it's known for is there's a nude beach there. Trust us, we were not at the nude beach side. That's not something we would do, and not a place I would want to go. Orient Beach has several different resorts, several different restaurants, and tons of places to relax. It's very easy to get away from people, and there's even different water sports you can take part in there. So let's talk about our day in Orient Beach before we headed over to Maho Beach. One of the first places that we went was where our guide told us to go, and it was the Pirates Hideout. This restaurant has little chairs on the beach that you can use because of the tour group that we were with. So we told them we were with Amigo, we were able to get a chair, and we were able to relax there. But we want to talk to you about the food we ate at the Pirates Hideout, the restaurant, because that's what we do, we eat.
The first thing we ordered was the coconut shrimp with pina colada sauce. This was fresh, crispy, and delicious. I would highly recommend it. For a drink, I ordered the Old Man Guava Berry Colada because St. Maarten is known for their guava berry rum. So this had local handmade St. Maarten guava berry rum liqueur, pineapple, and coconut, and it was frozen. This was probably one of the best drinks that I had the entire trip.
The bartender also gave us a couple shots of rum punch, which is something that the area is known for. They were pretty good. They were strong. Obviously, it's a full shot of rum punch. It's spiced, it's fruity, it's pretty good. It was probably one of the better shots, just single shots that we had on this trip as well. I liked it a lot. And then for my drink, I had a passion ginger non-alcoholic drink. It's like a fruit juice made with local fruit. I guess it was made right there at the restaurant. Very good. Make sure you get a lot of ice in it because it does come warm. I want to say that I'm surprised about how good the food was and the drinks and the overall experience at the Pirates Hideout, but this is what happens when you go to these little local places in the middle of nowhere. They're normally really good, and we liked it. So if you're on Orient Beach, make sure you head over to the Pirates Hideout. It's definitely worth it. The food's great. So we're at our first stop on this excursion, which is Orient Beach, which is on the French side of St. Maarten Island. We just ate at the restaurant that they dropped us off at, which is called the Pirates Hideout, which is right on the parking lot, right on the water. We had some coconut shrimp. Nicole had a guava berry colada, and then I had a ginger, I don't know, some sort of ginger.
Passion ginger
Fruit juice that was pretty good. The bartender also gave us 2 shots of the rum punch, like the local rum punch, and that was pretty strong and very tasty, spiced and fruity at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do we think about Orient Beach so far and the place that we're at?
Coconut shrimp was really good. The guava berry colada was delicious, probably the best drink that I've had so far on this entire trip. And the beach is super quiet. Big waves, really deep water. So different from Megan's Bay yesterday, but super peaceful. I mean, there's maybe 25 other people here, and everyone's super spread out. And the prices at this place are way more reasonable than Megan's Bay. It was $17 for coconut shrimp, whereas we paid, 17 euros, because we are on the French side. Whereas we paid $6 for some French fries yesterday at Megan's Bay.
Yeah, and the coconut shrimp were almost as good as the ones we had on Key West. The difference being the sauce. It was a pina colada sauce, but it wasn't as good as what we had in Key West at the Seaside Cafe at the Mansion.
And my drink was only $10 or 10 euros, sorry. Whereas it was $12 at Megan's Bay yesterday, and this one was 10 times better.
Yeah, with your tour on this excursion that we booked through the Shore Excursions Group, if you tell the people at the Pirates Hideout that you're there with the company, the tour operator, you get one of the chairs on the beach included. You don't have to pay the $10 fee for it. So I guess that's kind of cool. So we're going to walk the beach a little bit. We got another 20 minutes before we have to get back into the van and head over to Maho Beach, which is where the airplanes land at the airport. So hopefully that one's as good as this one. This beach is much better than Megan's Bay from yesterday.
But no turtles.
No turtles, no animals, none of that stuff. But the actual beach is nice. Besides the seaweed, they need to clean up the seaweed.
They're working on it.
Yeah, good time so far. The waves do get kind of strong, especially when the water does roll out. If you're not paying attention, it could possibly knock you over. But when we first got here, we walked all the way down that direction, way past there where those floating devices are. And there was really nobody on the beach at all. It was really nice. Now, the one thing you don't want to do when you come to this beach is if you go that direction, I mean, you might want to do it. That direction is the nudist colony, or the nudist beach. There are bushes and stuff that stop you from seeing the people on the nudist beach. Just be mindful that you go past that berm where those orange umbrellas are. That's where the nudists are. So be mindful if you are bringing kids here that they don't wander off that direction, because they might see something that they don't want to see. I know I don't really want to go over there. But overall, it's a really nice beach. We like it. Before I get knocked over by one of these waves. That is the Pirates Hideout where we ate, and our bus is straight that direction. But all these other little restaurants and shops and stuff, they do charge for the chairs. So unless you want to pay for a chair, you might want to bring a beach towel or something to sit on. But again, with Amigo, or the company that we're through, you get one of these chairs included with the tour.
So I was just telling Travis that I think that this is a better deal than the Royal Caribbean excursion. $50 versus $90. We get to go to 2 different beaches. They have drinks like water, sodas on the van. So if you need a drink, that's included, where you didn't get anything yesterday. Shore Excursions Group is always the better deal and the better experience from what we've seen.
Yeah, we like booking through the Shore Excursions Group. We're not sponsored, we do have an affiliate link, but we're saying that because you can usually get a better price than what you get through the cruise line, and they still have the guarantee to port. So you don't have to worry about missing the ship. Now for this, there was a similar excursion on the Royal Caribbean website that went to a couple different beaches, including Maho Beach, and it was way more than $50 a person. I mean, just going to Maho Beach through Royal Caribbean was probably $50 a person, not on sale. I think this is definitely worth it.
Yeah.
I'm actually very surprised at how much I like this beach. I'm not really a beach guy. I'm more of a mountains and hiking type person.
Yeah.
It was now time to drive over to Maho Beach. We spent our 2 hours on Orient Beach and we had to head over to the main attraction of this excursion. Now, Orient Beach is on the French side, Maho Beach is on the Dutch side next to the airport. It is quite a long drive, especially since our driver was kind of doing a tour of the island and telling us about things along the way. So it was a long time inside the bus on the way there. But we did learn a lot about the island of St. Maarten and saw a ton of stuff you wouldn't normally get to see unless you were doing a tour of the island, which was kind of cool. When we arrived at Maho Beach, we got out of the bus and we walked over to the beach through the touristy area and then walked across the beach to a quiet spot that we had found. Maho Beach is one of the most famous beaches in the entire world. It's at the very end of the runway of St. Martin's Princess Juliana International Airport. On this beach, you can see planes taking off and landing. They fly right over your head when they're landing. They can even do the same thing when they're taking off. And if they're using the other direction of the runway, you can stand on the beach and basically get blown over by the engines of a jetliner. The nickname of Maho Beach is the Airport Beach, or the Airplane Beach, because it's right there. And then while you're at the beach, they do have a few bars that are located there that do give you the times of when all the planes are landing or when all the planes are taking off. Make sure you take a picture of that, especially if you're looking to get blown over by an airplane.
So we just made it to Maho Beach. We were dropped off. We get 2 hours at this beach, and at the bar right next to the parking lot, they have signs that show, oh, delayed.
So we were just interrupted by the plane flying over. We checked the times on at the bar, and it said 1:15, and it's 12:40 right now. So times aren't exactly accurate. I guess it's when you also fly cross country and you arrive early. That might be the time that they arrive at the gate. I don't know. But that was kind of cool. That jet was like really, really close to the ground. Now, Maho Beach is on the Dutch side. Orient Beach is on the French side. It took about 45 minutes to drive here from Orient Beach to Maho. This is a much more touristy area. Obviously, you see it on TV, you see it in people's reels and YouTube videos, and there's a ton of people just hanging out over in the beach area, over behind us back that way.
However, obviously everyone's over there because that is the runway. That's where the planes ran. If you go 50 feet over,
Yeah, there's nothing over here. Maybe some chairs. But
like,
yeah, so we're in the quiet area right now. And the area where we parked, which is way over there, it's very touristy. Tons of bars, tons of restaurants, people trying to sell you stuff, vendors, excursion people, all kinds of stuff. So be mindful of that as well. Now, the beach where the runway is very narrow and it's very rocky. And there's tons of people over here. The beach over here, the sand is super fine. We are sinking in as we're talking. And like, you look at my feet. I won't show you my feet, but they're underneath the sand now. I'm just standing here for a couple minutes. But we're going to stay over here. We're going to see the next plane. American Airlines flight at 1:19 p.m. Hopefully, this is the touristy thing to do in St. Martin, and it's something that's been on our list to try since we normally kind of avoid some of the touristy areas. But so far, so good. That jet was really low. Totally unexpected. Hopefully, American is just as low.
I mean, it does have to hit the ground.
Yeah, it has to eventually hit the ground. Land on the ground, not hit the ground. We don't want to hit the ground, we have to land on the ground. Cool.
Something.
Oh, they're taking off.
It was time to head back to the ship, so we had to meet our driver back at the parking lot where he had dropped us off so that he could bring us back to the port. Back on the ship, it was time for lunch, so we headed up to Thrill Island and went to Basecamp, which is one of the included venues. We ordered the smash burger with cheese, pretzels with cheese dipping sauce, and tater tots. Also from the Basecamp bar, I ordered the Category 6 Hurricane, which is their signature drink. It is Bacardi Superior and Reserva Ocho rums, lime and orange juices, passion fruit syrup, simple syrup, grenadine, and a Kraken rum float. Travis is the burger connoisseur. However, Basecamp is one of my favorite burgers.
That means it's time to roll out Travis's Royal Caribbean burger ranking again to rate the Basecamp Smash Burger. Nicole really likes this one. I think it's just okay. So you got to determine where you are when you try it. But I'm going to put it fourth. It's going to be after the pub burger, the Playmaker's burger, and the burger from Chops. In fourth place, the Smash Burger from Basecamp. It's good, but you can tell it's not made to order, and it does come with a ton of onions on it, which you need to make sure you ask for no onions. But it is surprising. It's a lot better than what we were originally expecting, and it's definitely way above the Windjammer and the main dining room.
Exactly. So for a free Royal Caribbean burger, it's number one. The drink was not one of my favorites. It was not as fruity as I would like. It was very rum forward without the fruit juices to kind of back it up. So I did not finish this one, but I'm glad I tried it. The pretzel bites were better than what they were on Icon of the Seas, so there was improvement there. And the tater tots were tater tots. They were good.
Let's head over to Chill Island and get a drink for me. Now, the biggest bar on Chill Island is the Lime and Coconut, and their signature drink is the Lime and Coconut. Now, we tried the Lime and Coconut as a non-alcoholic drink on a previous ship, and we thought it was gross. So because of that, we never ordered the Lime and Coconut as an alcoholic drink until today. And I'm going to say I was wrong all along. The Lime and Coconut is an amazing drink. It comes in a little bucket on Star of the Seas, and yeah, I kept the bucket. This drink was excellent. It is so good. It's one of my favorite drinks on this entire ship. It's a definite you must order one of these on your trip on Star of the Seas. Get the Lime and Coconut. The Lime and Coconut has Malibu rum, coconut milk, coconut syrup, guava syrup, and lime juice. And again, it's served in a little bucket.
Like I said, I wasn't the biggest fan of the Hurricane from Basecamp. So because I left that one there, we headed to the frozen lime and coconut to get a drink that I knew I would enjoy, which is my go-to Melon Blast. Watermelon mixed with pina colada.
After getting some food and then cooling off with a couple good drinks, it was time to head to the room and get ready for dinner.
So we are back on board after our day in Saint Martin. And Travis, what did you think?
So obviously we had the excursion where we went to two different beaches, Orient Beach and Maho Beach. Maho Beach has been on a list of things that we wanted to try in Saint Martin, especially when we knew we were coming back here. Originally we were supposed to go to St. Kitts. Maho Beach was pretty cool. It was interesting to have the planes fly over you that low, especially when they're taking off as well and just blowing sand all over the place. I haven't really experienced standing underneath a 737 landing at a major airport. And while you're doing that, you're standing in the ocean, which is kind of an interesting experience. Orient Beach was my favorite. A lot quieter, a lot more of a chill vibe, and not a lot of people over there. And the food we had there was pretty good without it being too expensive, especially the guava berry drink that Nicole had. And then we had the coconut shrimp to go with it. And the customer service over there was really good as well. Mm-hmm. So overall, this excursion, which included Orient Beach and Maho Beach, purchased on the Shore Excursions Group for about $50 a person. I think it was a good value, and it was a good overall experience here in St. Martin.
Yeah, I really liked it. It kind of gave you the best of both worlds because Orient Beach was super chill, relaxing, good food, good drinks, nice people, good prices. The water itself was not my favorite because it was kind of choppy and murky and you couldn't see all the way to the bottom. So me personally, I didn't want to go super far out in the water. But to lay out on the beach, have some drinks, eat some food, awesome. Then we got to go to Maho Beach, which I actually thought the water in the beach was awesome. Like super clear, coral reef bottom on a lot of it. So no sand or anything. It almost kind of felt like you were in a pool, which was really nice. So water was great. It was super busy when you first get on the beach, like right across from the airport. But if you hung out there for a little bit just to see the planes and then went further down, there was no one there. And I probably could have just like sat in the water for quite a while. And I also liked that our driver gave us a lot of really cool info. He said full 360 all the way around the island. So we also kind of got like an island tour, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
And it didn't stop at any touristy trap place like a lot of the excursions will, where they take you to like the Pearl Factory in between stops.
Or the rug store in Pusadashi in Turkey. I think we got our money's worth on this excursion. I think Maho Beach for us is, at least for me, would I do it again? Probably not. But am I happy that we did do it? Yeah, I am. I think everybody who goes to St. Martin and cruises a lot should experience what goes on over at Maho Beach.
I'd go back.
Yeah. I'm sure there's other places. Give me the jet skis or those little 2-seater boats that we saw going around the water. Let's do that next time. I think that would be a lot of fun rather than hanging out at the beach.
I think we're going to stay at the resort right on the beach, and then we can do both.
Yeah, it'll be a while before we get back to St. Martin. We got a lot of other places to go first. I want to go to the ABC Islands and the Southern Caribbean next, if we do another Caribbean cruise. Or if we have a choice in the itinerary of a Caribbean cruise. That was our review of our excursion here in St. Martin of Orient Beach and Maho Beach, purchased on the Shore Excursions Group website. We're going to put the link in the description of this video, but we also have an affiliate link for Shore Excursions Group in our bio and on our link tree if you're interested in checking out everything that website has to offer in terms of excursions that are available for your cruise, for whatever cruise you're taking, because they do excursions all around the world. We've used them in Italy, we've used them in Mexico, we've used them over in Greece. Mm-hmm. They're usually pretty good. That's why we have an affiliate link through them.
So now that we're back on board, we have to get ready because we are going to a very special dinner tonight, Lincoln Park Supper Club. So we'll see y'all then. Let's go to dinner.
We're heading over to Lincoln Park Supper Club, which is a dining experience here on Star of the Seas. It's a multi-course, multi-drink, I don't know how to describe it. It's supposed to be an elegant night out. We did an Empire Supper Club on Icon of the Seas and really, really enjoyed it. And in that video, when we were doing the recap, we said we were going to do Lincoln Park Supper Club on Star of the Seas when we sailed on it this year. Well, that is now. So we're going to head down to the restaurant. You're supposed to be there 10 minutes before your dining time, and that's in 2 minutes. So hopefully we don't hit traffic on the stairs down to the restaurant, which is on deck 8. Our room's on deck 14. So we'll see you there. Lincoln Park Supper Club is a elegant dining experience on Star of the Seas. It is themed to Prohibition-era Chicago. It has a multi-course dinner with a drink pairing to go with each one of the courses. And of course, there's live jazz music playing the songs of Chicago from the 1920s and 30s. Let's go course by course and drink by drink and let you know what we thought of this amazing restaurant on Star of the Seas. As I said, Lincoln Park Supper Club has a different drink to go with every single course of this entire meal. Each drink is alcoholic, but don't worry if you don't drink alcohol or can't drink alcohol. They do have a non-alcoholic drink menu to pair with all of the courses as well. On this night, Nicole got the alcoholic drink menu and I got the non-alcoholic drink menu. And unfortunately, they don't have the non-alcoholic drink menu printed anywhere. And we didn't take notes. So I honestly don't know which each one of the drinks I had is or what it was in them or what it included. I'll just tell you if they're good or not. We started off the night. The first thing they hand you is a glass of champagne. And this is Moet. And Nicole likes champagne, so she drank that. And for the non-alcoholic drink menu, I know this one. It was ginger ale. And I drank all of it because ginger ale is awesome.
The first starter they give you is an amuse-bouche, which don't show up on their actual menu, but they're a little extra. The first one is inspired by the seafood restaurants of Chicago, and it is served with caviar and edible gold flakes. This was very light with a slight seafood flavor and almost deviled egg-ish, and this was a great way to start. The next starter is their deep dish pizza bread, which is taking after the deep dish pizza of Chicago. This had truffle butter and pepperoni with sun-dried tomato spread. It was almost like a light, fluffy pizza pie. While the bread that we got at Empire Supper Club was a little bit better because it was more of a sweet and salty flavor, this was still really good. The first appetizer that's on the menu is the kampachi, which is cucumber, soy, and goat cheese. And it is paired with the Hyde Park Martini, which is Tito's vodka, lychee syrup, and sake. This is meant to be Japanese inspired with the fish and the soy and the sake. I do not usually eat raw fish, but I did try it, and it was salty and it was better than I expected.
I do eat raw fish, and this was excellent. It was a great way to start the meal. I loved it. I would have had more. I even ate the rest of Nicole's because she didn't eat all of hers.
The drink was not one of my favorites, mostly because of the sake in it. That flavor palette just isn't my favorite, but I understand how it paired well with this dish.
Now, as I said, I would tell you if the non-alcoholic drinks were good or not. And the non-alcoholic drink of this one was very orange. I imagine it was like a orange soda or an orange juice, and it was pretty good.
The second appetizer was the beetroot, which was beets with corn, sour cream, and balsamic. First off, the presentation of this was beautiful. Second, the ingredients sound very weird. Third, we don't like beets, but this was one of our favorite things.
I remember as a kid not liking beets to the point where I won't eat them as an adult, and this dish was incredible. I ate all of it. Even if you don't like beets, try this one. It's good.
This was paired with the Botanist's Elixir, which is the Botanist Gin, Vermouth, Citrus Liqueur, and Orange Bitters. This drink was more my style, and I did enjoy this one because it was more light and refreshing.
The non-alcoholic drink, I don't remember what was in it. It was okay. It looked just like Nicole's drink, but a little bit darker. Like Mountain Dew. It looked like Mountain Dew.
The next appetizer was the steak tartare, which was capers, eggs, and caviar, and they served it in a vertical, almost like hard taco shell style. And the server said that the correct way to eat it was to pick it up and eat it like a sandwich, which in this very upscale setting feels weird.
Yeah, it was like a raw Italian beef sandwich, I guess. It was really good. Wasn't expecting to like it. This is one of those ones where you just have to trust the menu and that it's going to be good, because it was. I would probably eat another one. I think I did eat some of Nicole's.
This was paired with an LP Old Fashioned, which was Bullet Bourbon Whiskey, house-made Demerara syrup, and chicory pecan bitters. I personally do not like Old Fashions. I will always try it to see if maybe I've changed my mind. As a drink that is very alcohol forward, I did not like it.
The non-alcoholic drink that went with this pairing was very lemon juice and tonic water type. I liked it. It was pretty good. I feel like lemon juice or lemonade, but with a little bit of fizz to it. And it was very pretty. Very narrow glass with a little bit of a lemon peel on the top of it.
The next appetizer was the crab ravioli with a champagne beurre blanc. This was delicious.
This was right up there with the beets as the best little appetizers to start off the meal. Really enjoyed it. It was much better than the raviola from Empire Supper Club. The non-alcoholic drink that went with this course was the best drink that we had during this entire evening. It was a pink drink in a small wine style glass. I don't know what was in it. They don't give us a menu. I wish I knew because I would make it at home. But this was the drink of the evening right here. If you do get the non-alcoholic drink menu, you want to get this one.
The alcoholic drink that paired with this course was called the Lakeshore Fizz. This was the Botanist Gin, pear liqueur, fresh lemon juice, simple syrup, egg whites, and champagne. This was very lemon forward with a champagne aftertaste, and I actually enjoyed this one. I did also get the non-alcoholic drink that Travis had as well.
The next course was sorbet, which is a palate cleanser. And now with the non-alcoholic and the alcoholic drink packages with this, one of them does have alcohol in it and the other one does not. They both kind of taste like green apple though. They were pretty good. Now it's the moment we've all been waiting for. It's time for the main course. So I ordered the lamb, which has morel, chanterelle, and mustard seed. The lamb was excellent. It was one of the better lambs that I've ever had in my entire life. I don't eat it that often, but but I would order this again and again. It was that good.
For my main, I ordered the Wagyu prime rib, which comes with cabbage, fondant potatoes, and an au jus. I ordered this medium rare, and it was much better than the Wagyu that we had at Empire Supper Club. The drink that paired with this was called the South Side, which had the botanist gin, fresh lemon juice, simple syrup, and mint leaves. This again was very lemon forward, and with the mint, it was reminiscent of a mojito, and I enjoyed this one.
The non-alcoholic drink that paired with my main course was very mango. I don't know exactly what else is in it, but the main flavor was mango. It's okay. I'm not the biggest fan of mango, but I could drink it. Now, something that Empire Supper Club and Lincoln Park Supper Club do very well. It's time for dessert. I ordered the grasshopper pie, which is peppermint mousse and white chocolate. It looked like a little grasshopper snowman. Like a grasshopper cookie turned into a snowman. So if you like grasshopper cookies or mint chocolate chip ice cream, you should like this dessert. The top has got like a ricotta cheesecake feeling to it. I kind of like the dessert I had at Empire Supper Club a little bit better, but this is still very good.
I ordered the 1893 Palmer House Brownie, which comes with vanilla gelato. This was a very decadent and rich chocolate brownie, so of course I liked it. The drink pairing for this dessert was the Gold Coast, which is Appleton rum, ruby port, fresh lemon juice, simple syrup, egg whites, and soda water. This drink sort of reminded me of a lemon drop with just an additional flavor from the wine, and I enjoyed this one.
For the non-alcoholic drink for the dessert, they gave me a non-alcoholic espresso martini, which I'm assuming is just espresso without the martini. I don't like coffee. I didn't really like this at all. I gave it to Nicole because she loves coffee. Now, just like with Empire Supper Club, the very final course is a surprise. At Empire Supper Club, they gave us a chocolate treat. And at Lincoln Park Supper Club, it's a piano with a dry ice effect that has small truffle-style chocolates on the actual piano. Each one of the truffle chocolates has a different flavor. Overall, it felt like getting a box of chocolates in a really cool package. Nicole and I ate probably half of all of them, just to see what flavors they were. Now to recap the entire meal. Nicole and I had done Empire Supper Club on Icon of the Seas and loved it, and wanted to try Lincoln Park Supper Club on Star because it was a new theme with a different menu. Overall, I think the food was incredible. It's excellent, fine dining, very delicious, different types of courses that kind of take you out of your normal comfort zone with good drinks to pair with them that make sense. The music was very good. I love jazz music. The trumpet player that is in this trio or this quartet was amazing. He had a solo at one point and it was something that you would always remember. It was that good. I don't think the music overall and the selections were as good as the music selections for Empire Supper Club. And I thought the singer that we had for Empire Supper Club was much better than the singer here at Lincoln Park Supper Club. But that's obviously something that they change over time. They have different members of this band, and there's going to be different singers probably on your sailing. But overall, I loved it, and I would do this again. It was $130 per person between the two of us because we had the unlimited dining plan. And if you were not to have the plan, this would be $200 per person. And recently, they've actually had this on sale for as low as $159 per person. Would I pay that again? Absolutely. And if we do Legend of the Seas, I want to do Hollywoodland Supper Club on that ship, which will be themed to 1920s, the golden age of Hollywood. What do you think, Nicole?
I enjoyed the experience. It is very fine dining, exceptional service. If you do not like something, don't hesitate to let them know. They will come up with something for you. So don't be afraid to try something new. And if you don't like it, they'll bring you out the other option. So while it is expensive, I do think for that experience and that service, it is worth it.
It's just something that we kind of treat as a special occasion, once in a while type thing. Like once a year, we're going to splurge on this 16 course. It's not really 16 courses, but you get what I'm saying. Type meal in this elegant experience where we get to dress up, listen to some good music, and have some really, really good food. I will keep doing these supper clubs as long as they do them, as long as we're only sailing once a year on these Icon class ships. When our meal was over at Empire Supper Club, we headed over to the Royal Theater on Deck 5 because they were doing something new tonight that they've only done on Star of the Sea, and it's The Price is Right. And this is a new style game show for Royal Caribbean that cruise director Mike has been working on and trying to make right. I was kind of expecting Price is Right with the actual sets, like Plinko and whatever they would do on that show early in the mornings when I would say I was sick and stay home from school and watch it all day. It wasn't quite that. This was more of a bingo style game where people would spend money to play a game on their phone and then hopefully get called up onto stage to earn more money. And the games were very computer driven. It wasn't like you actually got to drop the Plinko chips or spin the wheel to hope to get to $1 type of thing. Overall, I want to say I was disappointed, but I understand what they're doing here. It's another way to monetize a cruise and another way that people can earn money or prizes similar to bingo or hanging out in the casino. Not what I was expecting at all, and I probably wouldn't go to it again. But to liven up the mood, we're going to try some more drinks because we have more diamond vouchers to burn through, and we have a few more bars that we need to try their signature drink at. So come with us as we try a couple more of these amazing drinks on this incredible ship.
All right, so we're at the Trellis Bar, which is in Central Park on Star of the Seas. It's kind of like a wine bar type venue, and we got a spritzer because they don't have a signature drink, so we figured something with wine would be suitable. It is called the Make Me Blush, and it has Lillet Blanc, Beefeater Pink Gin, Peach, Lemon Juice, and Club Soda. That's actually pretty good. Very similar to the Overlook Spritz. Very light, fruity. Yeah, I like it.
Definitely more of a Nicole style with the drink there.
Yeah, more lemon, fruity.
Yeah, the Trellis Bar is on Central Park. It's located near the front of the ship on Central Park, across from a zoo right next to Chops.
All right, so we just went and checked out Lou's Jazz Bar, which is a unique venue to Icon and Star of the Seas. It is specifically for jazz music. They have a ton of really talented people. We did step away because it's really loud in there. You may even still be able to hear it, and it's a couple doors down from us right now. But we grabbed the Swan Song, which is Tito's Handmade Vodka, Aperol, guava syrup, and lime juice. It's actually better than I thought it would be. It does still have like the bitterness from the Aperol, but it's still a little sweet. Overall, not bad.
Yeah, it's not awful. It's decent. It's more of a Nicole. It's decent. It's not for me. Blues Jazz and Blues Bar is located on Central Park. It's near the back of the ship in Central Park, across from the shops. There's a bunch of like jewelry shops and watch shops as soon as you enter Central Park. You can normally have live music in that venue at night. Everything from the American Standards Quartet to the entire orchestra for Star of the Seas play in that venue. And if you normally play jazz and blues music, we've been to a couple different shows. It's all good, but it's way over there. And all that music you hear in the background is from that venue. That's why we're not over there right now. It's way loud. This drink is okay. It's more for Nicole. They have a really unique menu inside that venue. Make sure you try it out and see which one's for you.
All right, so we are at Spotlight Karaoke. We are outside because right now they are doing karaoke. It's very loud in there, but it is also pretty hilarious. So we got their signature drink, which is the Lavender Haze. It is gin, lavender, and honey syrup, and lemon juice. So let's see. That's actually not bad. I thought we had tried this before and did not like it at all, so I was kind of like, oh man, that's the signature drink. But it's not bad. So either they made it different or I was thinking of something different.
Yeah, it's not bad. So we have noticed that from Icon last year in October to Star this year in, what month is it? September?
Mm-hmm.
That they've changed some of the recipes on some of the drinks but kept the same name.
True.
We had a few drinks that we liked before, like the Pirate and the Coconut Tree inside the Swim and Tonic.
Swim and Tonic.
It has a different recipe now. It's missing lemon and blueberry puree, at least the amount of blueberry puree. So there's a few of them that they've changed the recipes on, and I think this is one of them because I remember trying this on Icon and it was not good.
Correct. Yeah.
And I would drink that. That's good. That's easy to drink.
This is like lavender lemonade.
So the Spotlight Karaoke is the karaoke bar aboard Star of the Seas. It's across from Sorrento's near the front of the ship on the Royal Promenade.
Right under Dueling Pianos.
Yes, directly below it. And I mean, you can get pizza and walk over and sing karaoke type of thing. This bar has private karaoke rooms that you can rent, along with having tons of different opportunity to do karaoke, both as a family and adult-only karaoke. Just check your cruise compass or the app to find out what's what. Their signature drink is actually pretty good. That's actually going to recommend from us. We liked it. Make sure you try it.
It was time for the dance party of the evening, and tonight it was the White Hot Dance Party, which took place in Absolute Zero, the ice skating rink on board, and it was adults only.
Nicole and I love to check out all the dance parties because it's fun. It brings a light of lively energy to the ship. Unfortunately, I don't know if there was more stuff going on the ship this evening, but there was hardly anybody at the White Hot Dance Party at Absolute Zero. This is one of the ones where I would expect a ton of people to be at, and there wasn't. It was not a great atmosphere, and we were very sad that it wasn't a great atmosphere. So we only spent a little bit of time there before going back up to our room because it was late, and we'd stayed up way past our bedtime multiple nights in a row.
Maybe everyone on the ship was just like us, and it was past their bedtime too.
I could see that. I could definitely see that. If you have any questions about our excursions to St. Maarten, or anything else that we've done on this cruise or what happens on our channel, make sure you leave those in the comment section below. If you'd like to support our channel, the easiest way to do that is if you like this video, make sure you
like this video
and subscribe to our channel for more. If you need us, we're going to be sleeping because the next 2 days are sea days and we have so much planned and so much more to see. I'm Travis.
And I'm Nicole.
Thanks so much for watching.